This
We just
conference will now be
understand
recorded.
how to install the Tableau. We have seen how to install Tableau only. We haven't seen anything. Okay. Here we have our first concept which is known as data connections, guys. Here we have our known as data connections. Here if you're going to see what exactly about the data connections and how we are going to make use of data connections to get the results, guys. So what we require means we need to understand how to pull the data from source level to target level. We need to understand that, because if I want to generate any kind of report, if we need to generate any kind of report, first of all what we require data. So we have data will be there, but it's not part of Tableau. It will be part of data warehouse, but we need to know how to pull the data from source level to Tableau environment. Here if you're going to see in this data connection point of view, in this data connection point of view means we need to know by the help of data connections, by the help of data connections, we will get to know how to get the data, how to get the data from source system, guys. Here what we need to understand, we need to understand how we can able to pull the data from source system, guys, actually. So in that point of view, however, if you are going to see, yeah, 1 minute guys, online. కనపడుతుంది అసలు క్లారిటీగానే అది like here how to get the data from source system, guys. So here we have some of the connection types are there. We have, so once I'm connecting with data, okay, we are connecting, how we can able to pull the data, what are the connection types we have in the Tableau means the first one should be live connection, and the second one will be extract connection. The second one will be extract connection. The first one is live and the second one is extract connection. We can call this extract connection as import connection. We can call this extract connection as import connection. One is live, other one should be extract will be there. I can call this extract connection as import connection. We can call extract connection as import connection. And once again it has been split as two parts. One is extract all data and other one should be extract some data. Other one should be extract some data will be there. What we have, the first option will be extract all data and the next option should be extract some data will be there. In that point of view, I can call this one as import all data, else we can call this one as import some data, or we can call it as import some data. Sometimes they may ask you what is import connection. Don't think that that may be secondary. Import is nothing but extract. Import is nothing but extract connection only, where we can able to make use case. So live as well as extract connection. In this extract connection, what we have, extract all data as well as extract some data will be there, both the things. So let's start with live connection. Let's start with live connection, guys. What is live connection? I hope Tell me why. There is nothing problem, guys. Tell me. Online people, you can chat what you required. Sandeep, class has been started. Okay. What you required? You require the path of that one, no? www.facebook.com. Then only you can log in. Else, without that, you will log in. You have a authentication. Where you will log in? You need to log in at Facebook only, no? First of all, what you require? You require the path of the server. If you know the website address, then you will go and log in. The first importance should be you need to have internet connectivity. The next importance should be you need to know the path of the server. Then you need to have authentication. Authentication is nothing but credentials. Authentication is nothing but credentials, username and password. Then we will connect to Facebook. Okay. In the same case, if I want to connect to any kind of database, this live communication path means it may be the internet connectivity will be there. Once I connected to that server, first of all I need to give the path of the server. I need to give the, suppose if it is Oracle, and I need to show the path of the server. Then we have sometimes port number will be there, and then authentication like username and password. Then I have the button which is known as connect. Once I click on that, it will connect to the database. Actually, once we connected with the database, whenever we are at live connection, we are getting that data into Tableau desktop now, and we are transforming that data in the form of reports. But one thing in live connection you need to understand, whenever you are connecting with any kind of database also, always data will be at data source only. Always data will be at data source only. Reference of that data will be available. Reference of that data means metadata. You know metadata? No. Not likewise. Suppose let's think that we have products. Okay, column name. Column name is nothing but metadata. Inside that, all the product names comes under data. Inside all the product names comes under data. What is this product name? Column name is nothing but metadata. Just we'll get metadata into Tableau desktop. Whenever you are using this data into rows and columns, once again it need to query back on where? Data source. Once again it need to query back on data source to get the data, required data. Because understand, guys, if you're not understanding, ask me. First 2 or 3 or 4 classes only important. All are important only, but this is the base. Okay, if you know this 4 or 3 or 4 classes clearly, everything will understand clearly. If you're not understanding, try to ask me either online or offline. Here by the help of by the help of live communication path, where
Anil
we'll
sir.
get the where we will get
Hello, Anil sir.
where we will get the reference of the
Where
data, where we
of
will
the data,
where we'll get the data
where we'll get
into
the
Tableau
data,
desktop, where we'll get the data into Tableau
where we'll get
desktop. But what we have, reference of
but
the data,
what we
reference of
have
the data
reference of the
will be
data.
available. Data will be available at Tableau desktop. However, if you are going to see, reference of the data will be available at Tableau desktop. Tableau desktop. Whenever we are dragging the fields into rows and columns. Once again, we need to query on the data source. We need to query on the data source to get the required results. Data source to get the required results. Guys. To get the required results. Hope you are understanding. Here, you are understanding what we are doing will be available at Tableau desktop. Whenever we are dragging the fields into rows and columns, once again, we need to query on the data source to get the required results. We need to query on data source to get the required results. Why means in live connection, always data will be available at data source only. Data will be available at data source. Every interview we have a question. What is the difference between live and extract? What is the difference between live and extract? Every interview we have that question will be there. So, and difference means you need to tell advantages as well as disadvantages also. We need to tell advantages as well as disadvantages also, guys. What is the advantage of live? We know what is live connection. Yes, now What we are doing means we are pulling the data from source to target. That data will be reference of the data only will be available at Tableau. Whenever we are utilizing that fields, once again we are query back on the data source to get the required results. Yes, we know that all these things. Now, what are the advantages and disadvantages? What is the advantage of live? We told that we have the changes have has been made at source level, automatically it may reflect at target level. Suppose I have ABC fields are there previously and I have built some report. Once again D field has been added from data source, that will reflect to target, that will reflect to target level. That means whenever data is updating at source level, the automatically it will updates to target. One more advantage, like mostly we will tell one only here. However, if you are going to do what is the advantage means, whenever data is updating at source level automatically it will updates to target level. It's going to updates to target level. What we have, it's going to updates to target level. And the second one should be, let's understand, I have the data source, for example, which I have products and sales. Understand this one, guys. What we have, product and sales. I have a product, sale value is 300. B product, sale value is 500. C product, sale value is 700. D product, sale value is 800. And E product, sale value should be some 1000. Let's think that I have this data. Okay. Now I connected with this data and I got that data into Tableau desktop. Okay. What you got, products and sales in the dimensions and measures. You are dragging these products and sales into rows and columns. Once again, what it doing, it is querying on the data source to pull the data. So first time I got this all the data into Tableau desktop and I generated the report. I generated the report. What we have done, we have generated the report here. However, if you are going to see, I have make use of building the report. What we have done, we have make use of building the report here. Once we have generated the report, however, if you are going to see what we have, I'm going to build some report by making use of this data, by making use of this data A, B, and whatever we have C, and then we have the D and E. Okay, what we have D, as well as where we have the, oh my goddess, here what we have, E will be there here. However, if you are going to see, ఇక్కడే ఉండు రాజు, నువ్వు ఇక్కడే ఉండు. హియర్ however, తెచ్చుకున్నావా నీ ఫోన్లో? ఫోన్ తెచ్చుకున్నావా? Here what we have, here we have A, and then this may be the B, and this may be the C, and this may be the D, and this may be E. Okay, we got this data and we generated some report by making use of this. Why we are seeing this all these things means, the next advantage will be, however, if you are going to see, the second advantage of live connection should be, once again from the data source we have added F. Okay, F what, 1200 till E is the base data what we have, and we get that data, we generated the report. Once again from the data source the new record has been added. One advantage of live, just it will updates only updated record, just it will updates only updated record. It is not replacing the whole file, just it is adding only the F record, just it is adding only the F record, not only new record. If you modified something, okay, I modified F equal to 500 to 600, that will also will updates, that's also will update. That means it will updates newly added records, are updated records only, not replacing the whole file, not replacing the whole file, just it is going to perform something. Whatever newly added record are updated records. And one more point is, do we want to save that data into our desktop? Do you want to save the data into our desktop? Yes or no? మిమ్మల్ని ఏమనాలి
No.
నేను? Always data will be available at data source only means, why to save in our desktop? See, we generated the report, but data will be where? It's a data source only. It's not in Tableau at any point of time. So we don't need to handle the data. We don't need to handle the data. Why means it will handle by data source only. We don't require any additional space at our Tableau desktop. Okay, that means we are not handling the data at Tableau desktop level, because Tableau desktop level, because we have data, because we have data at source level only. We have data at source level only. And what is one more advantage is data is secure. Data is secure. Why? Data is at source level. That's why it's secure. If it is in our desktops, we may share to someone or we may do some other thing. But nowadays companies are not that much easy. They have VPNs and most of the securities will be there. Data is secure. But don't think that in extract data is not secure. Okay, don't think that in extract data is not secure. When compared to extract, data is secure in live. Why means data will be available at data source only. Data will be available at data source only. And then we need to understand, and then here we need to understand what are the disadvantages. What are the disadvantages? What is the disadvantage? What is the disadvantage?
Any
Oh,
connection
perfect
interrupted.
answer. That may be one point. If we lost the connection, we don't have reports. If we lost the connection, we don't have reports. And second one, every time where to query? Every time we need to query on the data source to get the results. Yes or no? Yes or no? Every time we need to
Yeah,
query here. Each and every time we need to query. We need to query on the source system. Query on the source system to get the results. To get the results. To get the results. It will impact. It will impact on the performance of the visualization. It is going to impact on the performance of the visualization. It is going to impact on the performance of the visualization. This is one point, and one more point should be what we have should be. This is one, and the second one should be if you lost the connection. If we lost the connection, we don't have any reports at target level, at Tableau desktop level. Yes or no? Yes or no? Because we don't have the data means we don't have the reports. Only the structure will be available, but we don't have the reports. We don't have the reports. That's what the advantages as well as disadvantages of live connection. But every interview they may ask you guys without doubt. Okay, every interview they may ask you what is the difference between live and extract, and what are the advantages as well as disadvantages will be there for both guys. And then once we have seen the live connection, and then what we need to do, we need to go for extract connection, then we need to go for extract connection guys. However, if you are going to see what exactly about the extract connection and how we are going to make use of extract connection to get the required results guys, to get the required results. In live connection, do you have any internal mechanism? No, no. We don't have any internal connecting and pulling and utilizing that data. But extract, we have the internal mechanism. Why means, what is the meaning of extract? Huh? What is the meaning of extract?
to get the data.
Obtaining the data or getting the data from one level to other level.
Another
Now we are doing the same. We have data at data source, but what we are doing from data source to, we are keeping that data into our Tableau desktop. I don't require the connection once again established with data source. First time connection is going to establish, and then I will pull the whole data into Tableau desktop, and I will utilize that data for developing the reports. Here we have the internal mechanism. What is the process to get the whole data? Here we have the data source. Okay, here what we have the data source will be there. Once again, the data source may be in the form of files or servers. We know servers are nothing but databases. We know servers are nothing but databases. And then we have our tool which is known as Tableau desktop. Here we have our tool which is known as Tableau desktop. Yes, here we have our tool which is known as Tableau desktop. Once I'm going to connect to Tableau desktop, once I'm going to connect to Tableau desktop, and then what is the mechanism means? Okay, let's understand. Once I'm connecting to the data source, once I'm going to connect to the data source. However, if you are going to see, I have connected to the data source, and I'm going to take whole data. I'm going to take whole data in the form of snapshot. I'm going to take whole data in the form of snapshot, guys. However, if you are going to see where I can able to take whole data in the form of snapshot, that snapshot should be in the format of image. That snapshot should be in the format of image. But Tableau cannot read image file. Tableau cannot read image file. So I need to send that image file to one more server. We need to send that image file to one more server. We need to send the image file to one more server, which is known as data engine. Which is known as data engine, guys. Let's understand clearly. Which is known as data engine. This data engine having some in-memory capability, to handle the image file, as well as it is going to convert that image file to normal data. It is going to convert that image file to normal data, and which will save in the file extension of dot hyper, which will save in the file extension of dot hyper, guys. However, if you are going to see what it will do, which is going to save in the file extension of dot hyper will be there, dot hyper, and the name will be Tableau data extract, and the name will be Tableau data extract. However, if you are going to see, However, if you are going to see, what we are doing means, once I'm connecting with the data source, we are taking whole data in the form of snapshot, but it will be in the format of image. But Tableau cannot read image file, so I'm sending that image file to one more server, which is known as data engine. What this data engine will do means, this data engine having some in-memory capability to handle this image file, as well as it is going to convert that image file to normal data, and which will save in the file extension of dot hyper. Let's understand clearly. Once we are connecting with the data source, okay, once we are connecting with data source, we will get whole data in the form of snapshot, and it will be in the format of image. It will be in the format of image. But but we cannot read, but Tableau cannot read. But Tableau can't cannot read the image file, read the image file. We will send the image file. We will send the image file to one more server, which is known as data engine, We are going to send one more file to data engine, and this data engine having some in-memory capability, to handle the data, to handle the data to handle the data, as well as as convert it will convert image file to normal data, and it will save in the file extension of dot hyper, and the name will be what? Tableau data extract. File extension is dot hyper, but the extension name is Tableau data extract. Extension name is Tableau data extract. Likewise, where we can able to make use of getting the required results. That's what the concept of this is. That's what the concept of this. Once we are connecting with data source, we will take whole data in the form of snapshot, and it will be in the form of image. So Tableau cannot directly read the image file. So we will send that image file to one more server, and it will convert image file to normal data, and which will save in the file extension of dot hyper, guys. That's what the concept, that's what the internal mechanism, that's what the internal mechanism of extract connection. And we need to see advantages and disadvantages of extract also we need to see. And ఒక్క నిమిషం రాసేదానికన్నా, ఓకే, ఎస్పెషల్లీ ఆఫ్లైన్, నథింగ్ టు వరీ, ఐ కెన్ షేర్ ది స్క్రీన్ షాట్స్. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ గివ్ మోర్ ఇంపార్టెన్స్ టు లిజనింగ్, దెన్ రైట్. ఓకే, నేను పంపిస్తాను, తర్వాత నిదానంగా రాసుకోండి, ఒకసారి విన్నట్టు ఉంటుంది, రాసినట్టు ఉంటుంది, గుర్తుంటుంది. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ నేను చెప్తా, మీరు రాసుకుంటా ఉన్నారనుకో, నా నేనే, ఎనీ వన్ కెనాట్ డూ టూ వర్క్స్ ప్యారలీ, మేము చేయగలుగుతాం సార్, వీఆర్ టాలెంటెడ్ అంటే రాసుకోండి. Here what we have, and we need to see advantages and disadvantages. The only the thing should be, whatever the advantages of life becomes as disadvantages in extract. Whatever the disadvantages in life becomes as advantages in life. Nothing, just replicate to that. Okay, what is the advantage means, we need to query each and every time on the data source, we need to query or not. మిమ్మల్ని ఏమన్నాలో, ఈ నిద్రపోతా
Yeah.
వింటున్నారా లేకపోతే క్లాస్లో ఉండి వింటున్నారా నాకు అర్థం కావడంలే. ఫస్ట్ అడిగిన క్వశ్చన్ ని ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ అండర్స్టాండ్ క్లియర్లీ, దెన్ ఆన్సర్. ఓకే, ఇన్ లైవ్ కనెక్షన్ వాట్ వి డిస్కస్, ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ వీ నీడ్ టు క్వైరీ ఆన్ ద డేటా సోర్స్ టు గెట్ ద రిజల్ట్స్ అన్నాం. ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ మెకానిజం ఏమని చెప్తున్నాం, వీఆర్ పుల్లింగ్ ద డేటా ఫ్రమ్ సోర్స్ టు అవర్ టార్గెట్ అని చెప్తున్నాం. అలాంటప్పుడు ప్రతిసారి డేటా సోర్స్ ని క్వైరీ చేయాలా? No, no,
No need.
we don't require to query each and every time on the data source. We don't require to query each and every time on the data source, by the help of that, where we can improve the performance of the visualization, what we can able to do means, where we can able to improve the performance of the visualization, guys. Why means, data will be available at my system, I don't want to query every time on the data source. One more advantage, if we lost the connection, connection also we have, if we lost the connection also, we have the report at target level, yes or no? Why means,
Yeah.
data will be available at our system. I don't require the connection need to be established each and every time. That's what the advantage. And if it is coming for disadvantage, what are disadvantages? That means real time data will not get into extract connection. Whenever data is updates, whenever data is updating, it will not reflect to target system. It is not going to reflect to target system, guys. It is not going to reflect to target system. And and one more thing should be, but we have a option known as extract refresh. But what is the disadvantage of this means, whenever we are performing extract refresh, it will replace it will replace previous file with new file. I hope you are understanding this point. Okay, in normal live connection, what it will do, only newly added record. But in extract connection, what we are telling, it is going to replace the whole file with new file, guys. And the final point should be, like, data is not secure when compared to live. Okay, secure when compared to live, but it's secure only. Okay, why I am telling means, you will tell, go, if you are going for interview, you will tell it's not secure, our sir told. Okay, there is a point when compared to live it's not secure, but data always secure only, because companies nowadays they are having n number of security levels. Okay, we cannot able to send any data from the company system. Okay, but here we are telling that when compared to live, it's not that much secure. Why means live means data always go available at data source only. That's only the reason. That's what the concept of live and extract connection. This is extract all data. This is extract all data, taking the snapshot of all data. Suppose let's think that data source consists of 4 years, okay? But I want to analyze only 2 years of data. I want to analyze only 2 years. Then what you need to do? Generic meaning చెప్పండి చాలు. I don't require in Tableau. 4 సంవత్సరాలు
I
ఉన్నాయి,
will
దాంట్లో
put
2 సంవత్సరాలు తీసుకోవాలంటే ఏం చేస్తాం?
2 years filter
We have
పెట్టుకుందాం
four
సార్.
years,
We
but
need
you
to
need
put
to
the
take
filter
2 years
పెట్టుకుందాం.
అంటే ఏం చేస్తాం? టీ
2 years
ఉంది.
filter పెట్టుకుందాం.
ఓకే, మీకు అట్ట అడగాలి. టీ ఉంది, టీ దాంట్లో టీ పొడి ఉంది. నాకు టీ మాత్రమే కావాలంటే ఏం చేస్తున్నావు? అదేగా
Separate
చేస్తున్నారు. ఏం చేస్తున్నారు?
filter
ఫిల్టరేగా చేస్తారు. Yes,
filter చేస్తారు సార్.
here also we are going to make use of filtering. Here we are going to make use of filtering. I have 4 years of data, but I want to get only 2 years of data into Tableau. Then I want to apply only filter. We don't have any other option. If I apply the filter, I can filter out the other 2 years. I can take whatever I want the other 2 years. That's what import all, extract all data, extract some data will be there. Some data is nothing but from all we are taking some data. 4 years we are taking only 2 years data. The mechanism is same, but what we'll do means before starting this mechanism we'll apply the filters. Before starting this mechanism we'll apply the filters and we'll take 2 years data. Then we'll take the 2 years data as a snapshot and we'll send that one to data engine and it will convert image file to normal data and which will save in the file extension of dot hyper. Extract all data means all the 4 years. Extract some data means the limited data which is like asking by client and we are applying the filters, guys. So here if you are going to see extract some data is nothing but we will apply some filters. We'll apply some filters to get the required results, and remaining mechanism will be same. Mechanism will be same. Will be same. I hope you are understanding. The remaining mechanism should be same one. That's what the concept of live and extract connection. That may be extract all data or that may be extract some data will be there. Okay. Once we have done with this, okay, let's see practically how we can able to implement, guys. Fine, guys. Here, I'm connecting with, let's create our own data, guys. Okay. Let's create our own data. Let's take whatever we want, products comma sales only. I have ABC product and the sale value should be some 700. BCD product sale value will be some 300. CDE and the sale value will be 500 and DEF sale value will be 900. EFG sale value will be some 1000. Let's think that I have this data. Let's think that we have this data and then from Tableau, okay, like this. From Tableau, what we have what file it is? We created the text file. Click on this text file. It's in desktop. Okay. New text document 2. We haven't assigned any name. That may be new text document 2. And here you can see this connection types. Yes or no? Live extract. If I click on this edit is nothing but some data. This edit is nothing but some data. This extract is nothing but all data. This extract is nothing but all data. If I click on edit, that comes under some data. That means I'm applying the filters by entering that edit option. So as of now, I'm going for live connection. But if you remember one point, a live connection will shows with single cylinder. This is the symbol of, oh my god, this is not the symbol, but it may be a single cylinder will be there. And extract connection is nothing but double cylinder with arrow mark. Double cylinder with arrow mark, where it's going to call it as extract connection. The single cylinder where we can able to call it as live connection, and the double cylinder with arrow mark where we can call it as extract connection. Sometimes if you're working middle of the project, you need to understand whether it's live or extract means by seeing this symbols only. By seeing this symbols only, you can able to get. Sometimes they are giving one project, try to work from there means you need to understand what connection type it is. So as of now, we are going to data connecting with live. Then I'm going to click on this. You can see here the symbol. You can see here the symbol single cylinder will be there. Now I'm dragging this products and I'm dragging this sales. Now I'm dragging this products and I'm dragging this sales will be there. What we have product wise sales here. However, if you are going to see, we have the product wise sales means, then what we required. Now once I have done with this, okay, now I'm going to update. I'm going to the data source. Okay, new text document 2, and I'm going to make use of FGH equal to 1300. FGH equal to 1300. Then I'm coming back to Tableau, and I'm coming back to Tableau. I don't want to connect once again with the data source because I'm at live. Just perform any activity, guys. Refresh. Okay. Then automatically we'll get the updated data. Automatically we'll get the updated data into target level. This may be the live connection. The same data, new data source, which is text file. I'm going for new text document. Okay, and I'm going for extract. I'm going for extract. I cannot show you guys. Okay, sir, can you show me where it is taking snapshot means I cannot show you. Okay, why? That is internal mechanism. That is internal mechanism. But I can show you once I click on extract. If I click on this, it will ask us to where I want to save this hyper file, where I want to save this hyper file. Yes, what you require means we need to understand that where I want to save the hyper file. Yes, however, if you are going to see, just we need to understand where I want to save the hyper file. Dot hyper, and the name will be what? Tableau data extract. I'm going to save. I'm going to save. But here, if you're seeing the symbol double cylinder with arrow mark where it's going to indicate. Now I'm dragging the products. Now I'm dragging the sales. What we have? Now I'm dragging the products as well as sales case. Now we are dragging the products and sales, and where we can able to build the report. If I have generated this, if I'm going to do this one, okay. Now once again from the data source, GHI, I'm making a 1600. Okay. Then I can go back to Tableau. Is it in live connection? If I do refresh, can I get the data? If I do refresh also, I will not get the data because we don't have the connection established. And then and here, however, if you are going to see, however, if you are going to see, what we have the option should be 1 minute, please. Here we have option known as what? Extract refresh. Yes, we have extract refresh. But what is the disadvantage of that? It will replace the previous file with new file. If I click on extract refresh, what it's asking, guys, the entire contents of the extract will be replaced during the extract refresh. Click on yes if you want to continue. Now what it will do means it will remove the previous file and it's going to add the new file. Likewise, where we can able to get the extract data. We have seen live, we have seen extract, and then some data. I have 6 records or 7 records are there, but I want only 3 records to show. Okay. Now data, new data source. We have text file, and then I'm going for new text document. I'm going for extract. We have the option known as edit. Click on this edit. We have option known as add. What we need to add? Add the products. Okay. I'm applying the filters. Okay. A, B, C. Okay. Click on OK. Click on OK. Leave about remaining options. You will get to know in the coming classes. Now I'm going to click on sheet 3. Once again, it's also extract file. Yes or no? It will ask us where I want to save that file, where I want to save that file. If I drag this products, how many records we have? Only the 3 records, because we applied the filters and we have taken only this 3. This is how where you can able to use data connection concept to pull the data from source level to target level, to pull the data from source level to target level, guys. Nothing more than that. Do you have any questions on this, either offline or online people?
Sir, you
Any
told
questions
in
on this,
extra.
guys? Ganesh, Sandeep?
Yeah, sir, can you hear me? Hello? Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Any questions? Yes, Shiva, you can ask me. You can take
Sir,
whatever
can,
you want, Sandeep. Okay. Shiva, ping me in the chat box. Okay. You can take, it's not only Excel big file, you can take any kind of databases also. Okay. We have the options to connect with any kind of data. Shiva, can you ping me the question? Disadvantage means, like, see, the only the thing should be, suppose if I have generated some report, okay, you can save that report as a TWBX file and then you can replace. On that time, that data will be available. Else, if you are replacing, you generated some dashboard which you need to show for end user till yesterday. But if you have done extract refresh, what it will happen? It will replace the previous day also with the new day. That means the whole data will comes to the picture. But this refreshes, what we will do means we are keeping some schedules, guys. Okay, we are keeping some schedules, incremental refresh or full refresh. Always we will try to perform incremental refresh. That means what it will do means it will added newly added records. Newly added records will be there. Is there anything more than that, Shiva? Okay, fine, guys. Let's go through it. Okay, we'll see.